Hello, this is Josh Varley. My student number is VAR14010270. This is my first assignment in the nutrition module for the BTEC Level 3 Extended Diploma in Sport and Exercise Science, and this presentation is on nutrition and digestion. There are 7 nutrients that we can gain from food. These are carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water. All these 7 nutrients are vital for the human body to be healthy. The first nutrient is carbohydrates. It's suggested that our diet is built up of around 50 to 60% of carbohydrates to become healthy, but for athletes it's suggested that they get around 70% of carbohydrates for their daily needs. There are 3 types of carbohydrates. These are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are simple carbohydrates, while polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates. Monosaccharides have no bonds, meaning they are very simple and easy to break down, so we can digest them. Disaccharides have got one or few bonds. They take more breaking down than monosaccharides, but still they are simple, so they can be broken down very quickly. Polysaccharides are very complex. They have more than one bond, and so you can gain more energy from them, but they take longer to break down. 1 gram of carbohydrate equals 4 calories, and when carbohydrates is broken down, it's called glucose, which is then stored as glycogen. Glucose and glycogen provide energy for the body, which is the main role of carbohydrates. Glucose can provide us for energy to last throughout the whole day, or as in a quick spurt when needed. Some examples of simple carbohydrates are things such as syrup, sports drinks, honey, jam, and fudge. These are all very easy to break down once digested to get us glucose and glycogen. Some examples of complex carbohydrates are pasta, rice, potatoes, noodles, bread, and breakfast cereals. These food will take longer to digest and break down, meaning that we can have longer lasting energy from these types of food. The second nutrient is protein. Protein is supposed to make up 15% of an ideal diet, and 1 gram of protein equals 4 kilocalories. The main role of protein is for growth and repair of the muscles in the body, and also is a backup energy source. The building blocks of protein are known as amino acid, and a complete protein has all 20 amino acids. Some examples of complete protein are chicken, meat, cheese, eggs, and fish. These will be the best in our body for providing growth and repair. The next nutrient is fats. Fats are supposed to make up 30 to 35% of our diet in an ideal world. They are also a macronutrient like protein and carbohydrates because they are big molecules. There are many roles of fats. Some of these are to protect internal organs by layering by outside the protective bones so that they are not squashed or pierced, to thermoregulate the body, providing heat and not letting heat out. They can provide energy and growth and repair for the body, and they can supply essential fatty acids. There are 3 types of fats. These are saturated, polysaturated, and monosaturated. Some examples of saturated fats are dairy products, butter, lard, and fatty meat. Some examples of monosaturated fats are olive oil, rapeseed oil, peanuts, and butter. Some examples of polyunsaturated fats are sunflower oil, soya oil, oily fish, and nuts. The next nutrient is minerals. There are 2 types of minerals. These are macro minerals and trace minerals. There are 6 minerals that we need in an ideal diet. These are zinc, calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and iron. Zinc, magnesium, and iron are all trace minerals, whilst calcium, potassium, and sodium are macro minerals. Zinc is needed to assist CO2 transportation, and we can get it from foods such as cheese. Calcium is needed for muscle contraction and bone formation, and we can get it from drinks such as milk. Potassium is vital for nerve impulses, and we can get it from bananas. Sodium is needed for water balance in the body, and we can get it from things such as table salt. Magnesium is vital for reproductive functions, and we can get it from things such as peanuts. Iron is needed for formation of hemoglobin, and we can get it from eggs. Vitamins is the next mineral. There are two types of vitamins. These are fat-soluble and water-soluble. Fat-soluble vitamins means it's stored in adipose tissue, and water-soluble vitamins means it can be excreted through urine. There are 6 types of vitamins that we need. These are A, B, C, D, E, and K. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, and it helps maintain eyes, bones, teeth, skin, and hair. And we can get it from foods such as dark green veg and carrots. Vitamin B is water-soluble, and we can get it from foods such as meat and milk, and its function is energy production. Vitamin C helps us with strong bones and teeth, and is water-soluble. We can get it from things such as fruit, e.g. oranges. Vitamin D is fat-soluble and provides us with strong bones and teeth, and we can get it from foods such as egg yolk, liver, and sun. Vitamin E is fat-soluble and it protects cell walls, and we can get it from foods such as nuts and seeds. Vitamin K is fat-soluble, and we can get it from foods such as milk and cabbages, and its function is to help with cuts so we do not bleed for ages. The next nutrient is fiber. There are 2 types of fibers. These are soluble and insoluble. Insoluble fiber means it does not dissolve, and it prevents bowel disorder. Sources include pasta, rice, and whole grain cereals. Soluble fibers dissolve in water and can prevent the uptake of nutrients. It can control blood glucose and cholesterol, and the sources include fruit, veg, and oats. The final nutrient is water. Around 50 to 60% of our body is made up of water, so it is vital that we keep replenishing that. Water is used for transportation of nutrients, temperature regulation, and helping the passage of food through the digestive system. Here I have shown a pie chart showing what I think a marathon runner should eat with their macronutrients. I believe that a marathon runner would need 70% of their diet to be carbohydrates. This is because the shortest you can do a marathon in really is 2 hours, so you're going to need long-lasting energy to help you throughout the whole race, meaning you don't get tired and you can complete the race in a good time. Carbohydrates will provide you with glucose and glycogen, meaning that you can do this, and have long-lasting energy, meaning you can keep up with your major rivals in the race and finish with a good time. I have suggested that the marathon runner has 15% protein in their diet, because running all the time means that their muscles will become torn and worn out, meaning that their proteins will be needed to rebuild and repair the muscles in the body to help the marathon runner stay fit and keep in good condition throughout the whole race. I have said that the marathon runner should have around 15% of their fats. This is because with the rest of the 100%, 15% of it has to be fats, but they still need a good amount of fats to make sure that their vital organs are protected and that their body thermoregulates correctly, so they don't become either too cold or too hot whilst running in the race. Comparing to the marathon runner, I have shown the pie chart of a weightlifter. I think the weightlifter should have around 25% of protein in their daily diet. This is because their muscles will become under a lot of strain while exerting a lot of force whilst weightlifting in their event. So I think they would need a lot of protein to rebuild and repair their muscles after and during events. I've said they would need around 20% of fats so that their body can use all the roles of fats, such as thermoregulating and protecting vital organs. Due to the higher amount of protein in the weightlifter's diet, I've said that the weightlifter should only have around 55% of carbohydrates in their daily diet. This is because a weightlifting event will not take very long for the competitor, so they won't need long-lasting energy throughout the day to do their event. Now on to digestion. There are 3 roles for digestion. This is to break down and decompose food, absorb nutrients, and excrete waste products. There are 2 types of digestion. These are mechanical and chemical. Mechanical is doing it yourself, e.g. chewing in the mouth, whereas chemical is including digestive enzymes to break down food in places like the intestines and the stomach. It is vital that our digestive system performs its roles. If not, we would not break down our food and we would not take up any of the nutrients, meaning that our body would not have any of the 7 nutrients and would fail to work properly every day. Also, if we could not excrete our waste, we would become overfull and we would burst. This purpose game outlines every area of the digestive system. The mouth is where the digestive system starts. It is where the teeth and jaws grind food, and it is a type of mechanical digestion. Saliva is contained within the mouth, and the enzymes in saliva will break down the food in the mouth. The esophagus is where food is pushed down down towards the stomach, and it has a wave-like motion called peristalsis. The rectum is just above the anus. This is where food is prepared to be pushed out of the body and turned into waste. The stomach is like a large mixing bowl. It's where food gets churned into a liquid called chyme. The cells in the stomach lining release digestive enzymes which break down the food and take up nutrients. The liver is where bile is stored and is secreted into the small intestine, which plays an important role in digesting fats. The pancreas gives off digestive enzymes to break down protein, fats, and carbohydrates. The pancreas also makes insulin, which is directly secreted into the bloodstream. Insulin is the chief hormone for metabolizing sugar. The large intestine is one of the last stages of the digestive system. When food reaches here, it is mostly just fluid and waste matter. So not many nutrients are taken up in the large intestines, so it does not produce any digestive enzymes. The indigestible matter is passed through the rectum, down towards the rectum from the large intestines. The small intestines is where the majority of the take-up of nutrients occurs. Once the food has come down from the stomach into the small intestines, the nutrients will be absorbed through the walls of the small intestines into the bloodstream. The gallbladder stores bile, which is released to break down fats. This takes broken down food from the stomach into the small intestines where we can take up the nutrients. The anus is the final stage of the digestive system, and this is where food is pushed out as waste products.